All right, welcome to the 2-Minute Warning, episode 168. Today, we're talking about a topic that hits right at home, hurts me to even think about it. Are the Houston Texans ruining Deshaun Watson's career? Greg, what do you think?
I think that they really are. Deshaun Watson is a stud quarterback, top 10 in the league, in my opinion. And they haven't been able to find any success with Deshaun Watson so far, partly because, you can look to the obvious, trading away D-Hop for David Johnson. I just think they've really done a crappy job of trying to build around Deshaun. I think if Deshaun has the necessary weapons, that team is pretty solid.
I don't think they're ruining his career. They've done a lot of things wrong. I think despite being 4-8 right now, they have a brighter future than they ever had just because they got rid of Bill O'Brien. Obviously, I would say their most impressive run since Deshaun's been here was last year, where they made it to the divisional round against Kansas City, where they had that lead and they lost it. That's really the best season they've had in Deshaun's era. And obviously, he's been great the whole time. He's one of the few. I saw some stat the other day. He's like one of 5 quarterbacks to get 90 touchdowns, less than 40 interceptions in his first 4 years. He's a great quarterback. And then, of course, Bill O'Brien has been holding that team back for a while. Finally got rid of him. He is responsible for getting rid of D-Hop for David Johnson, which is one of the big reasons why I think Houston's struggling this year is the loss of a number 1 receiver.
Oh, yeah.
But it always seems like the Texans, even before Deshaun Watson, have always either had a good defense or a good offense, or years like this where they've had neither. But I think there's hope in the future. They're looking at getting Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, I think his last name is pronounced.
Yeah.
If they can get him from Kansas City at a head coach position, that changes a lot. But they've just done so many questionable things up front office, management wise. That I think that's what the problem is with the Texans, and I think that'll change. And of course, Deshaun just signed an extension. But the problem with rebuilding the team like they are going to have to do, starting from the GM and head coach position, is it takes time for that to show results. I don't know if Deshaun will be able to put up with that, but I hope he does. And I think up to this point, Deshaun has deserved way better, but I think that they'll get there in the next season or two.
Yeah, Deshaun's going to get his numbers, I think, wherever he is.
And he is currently getting them right now. Just has nothing around him to help.
I know. So, he's going to get his numbers regardless. He's going to be up there with the greats, I feel like, as far as stats go. But, as long as the Texans continue to do what they're doing, they're just going to keep wasting around, being mediocre. Going to the playoffs for
getting first or maybe second round, second round win, first round win and out basically is what the
they're
Texans
not making the playoffs or just getting a first round exit in the playoffs, unless they just really focus on just building around Deshaun and making sure that he has the weapons he needs. Otherwise, if I was Deshaun, I would dip up out of there because obviously if they're just
in my opinion, Deshaun is a comparable player to Patrick Mahomes with a lot less around him to do anything with.
Yeah,
I think
he's really talented.
the way he throws the ball, the way he's he can work outside of the pocket, run the football, make great throws. I think he's comparable to Patrick Mahomes. He just has less weapons around him. If you look at the Texans right now, with Will Fuller and Brandon Cooks, that's their foundation as far as receivers, and old Randall Cobb, and they just cut Kenny Stills. Yeah. So they don't have much. Will Fuller is a great receiver, and so is Brandon Cooks, but they don't have a number 1 guy. They don't have a great running back between Duke Johnson and David Johnson, who are both, I would say, above average at best. David Johnson not having a great year, in my opinion. No. And then on defense, I don't even know. The Texans have had defensive struggles for a while. J.J. Watt can't stay healthy. Besides the quarterback position with Deshaun, nothing about the Texans is really elite at all, in my opinion.
Yeah, everything's kind of just average. And, it's obvious Deshaun, you saw him at the end of the game the other day.
The guy's passionate about Houston, but
that's what I'm saying.
Only for so long. After that loss against Indianapolis, you could just see him there sitting on the bench, just
depressed.
Exactly, no other way to put it. He was depressed.
Yeah,
I can't blame him.
I can't see anybody really putting up with so much incompetence for so I feel like at a certain point, Deshaun's gonna break, and then next thing you know, Texans are gonna be signing Fitzpatrick.
They've already had him before.
They're gonna get Fitzpatrick again, and get fucking Colt McCoy.
Yeah, at this point in their his fourth year, obviously not going to the playoffs this year. It's getting to the point where he's got to be thinking about, what am I going to do for the rest of my career? Am I going to stick it out here? And I think the key for the Texans, first and foremost, is to get a respectable head coach. that works well with Deshaun and doesn't trade away your number one guy. Then go from there. I think a better coach, better play calling can make our team now that is below average become much better with the same people that we have. Because I don't think, like I said, Brandon Cooks, Will Fuller, and Randall Cobb, I think they can be good receivers with better play calling. I mean, none of them are really number one, but they have talented guys to catch football, especially Will Fuller. I think he's our new number one, but he's not DeAndre.
Yeah, he's no DeAndre Hopkins.
So anyway, comment below if you think the Texans are ruining Deshaun Watson 2-1.